Speaker, and I certainly want to thank the gentleman from California for yielding the time. And one thing that I'm very pleased about today is that we're talking about some bipartisan legislation that it does focus in on the #1 issue that we face in our country today, and that's jobs in the economy. As a small business owner, I can personally understand that access to capital is critical in sometimes determining the factor between success and failure for small businesses. Small businesses do represent 2/3 of all net new jobs created in our nation. Businesses, especially small businesses, must raise capital to create and maintain jobs, to invest in research and development, to sell and market goods and services, and generally to expand their businesses. Debt financing is very difficult and sometimes impossible in today's market, especially for smaller businesses like my own. Equity financing is also very difficult with enormous transaction costs and very expensive and time-consuming SEC regulation requirements. Our capital markets, both debt and equity, are struggling and expensive for small businesses, and so we need to find creative ways to reduce the regulatory costs and burdens. This legislation, this common sense legislation, I would add, would do just that. It would give companies greater access to capital to grow and to create jobs, while still protecting the less sophisticated investors at no cost to the American taxpayers. Specifically, this bill removes the ban on small companies from soliciting equity financing from accredited investors. It expands the pool of those that we can go out to help raise dollars, to help raise resources, so that we can invest in our businesses, so that we can grow them. There are 29 million small businesses in our nation. If we can create an environment here in Washington where half of those businesses can create a single job, think about where we'd be then. This is the kind of bipartisan legislation. We talk about jobs in the economy. We are doing things in the United States Congress. I certainly want to thank the gentlelady from California for her leadership. I want to thank the Chairman Baucus for his leadership. Certainly want to thank Chairman Garrett, because this is the kind of legislation, bipartisan legislation, that can get our economy moving again and focus back on jobs. With that, I yield back.
Gentleman's time.